That took longer than I thought, but Alicia should be safe for now. She said I have to sever all tentacles before the machine will shut down, so now I have to enter my neighbour's dreams somehow. But how can I access their apartments without them calling the police? And how do I make them fall asleep? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my playthrough of The Dream Machine. This is chapter 4. It was released late last night for me here in England. I've already played chapters 1 to 3. You can find that playlist in the description below, or you can go and search my channel yourself for that playlist. But I can't wait to get going. I really love this story. It's so intriguing for me, so interesting. I just love it. And the last time I played it was the summer of last year. It's been a while, so I've been patient. But here we go. Let's do this. So this game is another point and click adventure, love those, and everything that you've seen is either made out of clay or cardboard. It's so great. I think the designers have done a great job with bringing that memorable feel to this game. Fair play. Right, so I don't think we need to be in this apartment for much longer. Let's head on outside whilst Alicia sleeps. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen chapters 1 to 3, what are you waiting for? Because in the last chapter, Mr. Morton, the landlord of this whole apartment block, got killed through his dreams. We went into his dream, we chopped off one of the tentacles that was holding onto him, and it killed him. Now he's lying dead in the basement below in this apartment block. Right then, let's get on with chapter 4. Okay, so we've got to go and get to a neighbour. So let's go ring the doorbell here, see who's in. Oh. Why, hello, Mr. Neff. I'm sorry to disturb you again, Edie. Oh, don't worry, young man. One of my guests just abandoned me, so we had to put the bridge game on hold. What can I do for you? There's something important we need to talk about. Oh? I can see that you're upset. Why don't you come in, dear? Let's discuss it over a cup of Lady Grey. That always soothes the nerves. Yeah, it kind of does, actually. Let's go on in. Going into the apartment. This is the first time we've been in Edie's apartment. I need to make Edie fall asleep somehow, but how do I do that? I can't just knock her out. Okay. So where did she go? Bedroom? She's obviously in the kitchen then. See, we could probably take her out. I'm just putting the kettle on, dear. It'll take a while to boil, but we can talk in the meantime. So she's put that on. It's not really a kettle though, is it? It's a pot. So she's doing the walk through that way. Alright. Let's follow her into the living room then. Oh! Mr. Neff, allow me to introduce you to Peggy Driscoll to my left. Charmed, I'm sure. And Bucky Bradshaw to my right. Hello, Mr. Neff. They're two of my most trusted friends. Anything you can say to me, you can say to them. Why don't you take a seat and tell us what's been bothering you? Alright, let's pull up a chair. Nicely done. So, Mr. Neff, tell us, what's on your mind? Right, so we've got many options here to choose from. The landlord is surveilling every apartment in the estate, which he has been. Again, guys, if you haven't seen the previous chapters, go ahead. Links are in the description. Mr. Morton was using the tenants to tap into the collective unconscious. Our landlord just died in the basement. I need to put you to sleep and enter your dreams. That's a bit abrupt. I could use a hot cup of tea right about now. Let's click on that. Yes, let me just go get the pot. Off she goes. There she goes. That advice has stood me in good stead. Right, this is awkward. Oh, she's coming back. That was quick. You have to give me the recipe, darling. What, for the tea? So can we not pick up any... No? Okay, excuse me. Sorry, dear. I guess we trailed off a bit there. Now, what was it you wanted to tell us? Alright, let's just be all abrupt. Our landlord just died. He died? You mean they fired him? No, he wasn't fired. He actually died. Good riddance. They never last, do they? I had a landlord die on me once. He was old and I wasn't actually around when he kicked it. But apparently he shot himself in the middle of the yard. He used a fine caliber bird shot, so it took him a week to die from the injury. They had to guard him in shifts to keep him from pulling the IV out of his arm. That's horrible. I've seen enough of death. She looks like death. Right. Sorry, dear, I guess we trailed off a bit. Right, so it's going to give me more options. So it's saying the same thing again. I need to put you to sleep and enter your dreams. I don't want to be that abrupt and come out and say that straight away. The landlord is surveilling every apartment. Let's say that. Surveilling? There's hidden cameras in every apartment. That's astonishing. I can show you the room with the monitors if you want proof. No need, dear boy, I believe you. It just reminds me of an event I experienced back in the 50s. I was unloading a survey cart when all of a sudden I heard gunshots going off around me. Preferring safe to sorry, I ducked behind a nearby dumpster. As I hunkered down, thinking my last moment had come, I noticed that the gunfire had stopped as quickly as it had started. Turns out, I had just overinflated the tyres a bit. The heat had made them pop. I never made that mistake again, let me tell you. There's too many cars these days. I will agree with Edie, there are too many cars these days, but that was a bit of a weird story. Sorry dear, Mr. Trailed Off. What else shall I say? Mr. Morton was using tenants to tap into the collective. Let's just say that. Tap in the collective? The collective unconscious? Is that slang for overcharging on rent? Because I've been suspecting that for years. There's no good reason it should be so high in this part of town. And he hasn't lifted a finger to fix anything as long as I can remember. The stairwell is a safety hazard. And the elevator only works if you grease it up every once in a while. What if we had a fire? I'm a belt and suspenders type of guy. Alright. Right, I must be going. Don't feel like talking? That's alright. Sometimes a cup of tea amongst friends is the best remedy. You know where to find us if you start feeling lonely again. Alright, I'm getting the hell out of here. Screw this. This is mad. That guy is weird. Them two haven't even moved an inch. They look like they've got rigor mortis setting in. There has to be some way to knock her out. Without alerting the other two, obviously. I'm wondering then if it has something to... Oh, pick up the pot. Can we... I wonder if we can put something into the pot. Dish detergent? No. It's a bottle of scented dish detergent. What if we turn on the water? It's empty, I know that. So, is that full then now? No. Not with myself, with the water. Oh, screw this. Let's go out, let's go and explore a bit, see if anything's changed since the last two, or the last 3 chapters I should say. Do stay tuned for more Dream Machine, as we will find a way to knock out Edie.